In the previous lesson, we saw the Scroll Spy plugin in action. Let's continue exploring the other plugins offered by Bootstrap and check out the Tooltips and Popovers. The tooltips in Bootstrap are inspired by the jQuery Tipsy plugin written by Jason Frame. This updated version uses only CSS for rendering, data attributes for the titles, and CSS3 for animations. So let's create a link and add a simple tooltip. We're going to say href, we can just do this, and we'll say data toggle equals tooltip. And also we can provide a title equals, let's see, simple tooltip. Something like that. All right. Now, once you hover, you'll notice nothing happens. The title only appears in its default browser form. And that's because the tooltips are opt-in, which means they have to be initialized by hand. So let's do that. We'll give this an ID, like a basic tooltip. And right here, we'll do a script. Oops. And we'll say this. Basic tooltip. Great. So now when we hover, that's going to show up. Now that's the default position. It shows up on the top. But there are many options you can apply. You can either send them via JavaScript or through data attributes. So for example, we can change the placement of the tooltip by using the, let's do it right here, data placement equals, we can either place it on the top, which is the default, on the bottom, which looks like this, on the left, or on the right. Apart from the data placement, you can also change the animation. So by default, this has like a fade-in animation. If you want to get rid of it, you would use data animation equals false. Okay, so now it just shows up. Now, if the title attribute is missing, for example, if I take out this title right here, yeah, we no longer have a tooltip. But if it's missing, you can use the data title attribute to provide one, new title, just like that. Very similar to tooltips, popovers have the ability to display certain content. However, they show the title and the content separately. So let's see an example. I'm going to create another link and I'm going to use data toggle. This time it's popover. And also we'll give it a title. Let's say first popover. And also some content. Data content equals, this is the popover content, something like that. All right, so let's see, click me, and let's make this look like a button. So I'm going to give it a class of btn and btn primary. All right, let's check it out. So when we click it, nothing happens because as tooltips, popovers must be initialized. All right, so let's target the button this time. Instead of tooltip, we're going to say popover. All right, so when we click it, we get the first popover. Now, tooltips and popovers have pretty much the same options. For example, you can alter the placement of the popover by using the data placement attribute. So let's check it out. We'll say data placement equals bottom. Click, and there it is. And also you can change it to left, right, top, however you want. All right. And of course, click once to show and click again to hide. There are many uses for these two components, starting from normal websites to web applications. It's just a matter of finding the right place for them. Next up, we'll have a look at some very popular controls, accordions and carousels. Now, carousels are also known as content sliders, and I'm sure you've seen plenty over the years. We'll see how we can create some in Bootstrap.